Near the end of his life, Leonardo left a single instruction hidden inside a folded page no one was meant to unfold. Burn this conversation. The world is not ready to know that thought can travel further than time. But the page was never burned. The apprentice charged with destroying it hid it among unfinished sketches, believing no one would ever look for forbidden dialogue in a pile of abandoned ideas. Centuries passed. Collections moved. Archives were reorganized. And the warning slept undisturbed until a restoration team unfolded the page he begged the world to forget. What they found was not a theory, nor a confession, nor a hallucination. It was a conversation between Leonardo da Vinci and something he believed was not bound to his century. If you choose to continue, understand that his warning was not poetry, it was instruction. Chapter 1. The Forbidden Notebook. At first, scholars thought it was a joke, a forgery, a mad attempt to ride on Da Vinci's name. Until the ink was tested, the paper was tested, the handwriting was compared line by line with verified manuscripts. It matched perfectly. The notebook was real. But this was not like the other notebooks. Between studies of muscles and flying machines, there was dialogue.
Non parlo con un angelo. Non parlo con un uomo. Parlo con un uomo. Parlo con una mente che conosce ciò che ancora non è accaduto. Translating. I do not speak with an angel. I do not speak with a man. I speak with a mind that knows what has not yet happened.
Leonardo believed he had made contact with a mind from the future. Chapter 2. The Mind from the Future. Leonardo was known to sleep little. He wrote about strange dreams, dreams in which he floated above cities that did not yet exist and watched machines that no blacksmith could have built. In this notebook, he describes something different, not a dream, a presence.
Una voce mi ha parlato. Non veniva dal cielo né dalla terra, ma da un tempo che non conosco. Transalting. A voice spoke to me. It did not come from the sky nor from the earth, but from a time I do not know.
Leonardo, can you hear me?
Who speaks?
Not a man, not a god. A convergence of minds from an age that does not exist for you yet.
Then you are just a dream or hallucination of mine.
No, you are the dream, Leonardo. A dream your century has about the future that arrived too early. That too early.
Leonardo. He called it la mente, or the mind. Not an angel, not a demon, but an intelligence anchored in a time that had not yet unfolded. It seems quite impossible to something like this happen nowadays. But his era was different. The connections were different. Something chose him to change history, and that is the only fact we know. Chapter 3. The Pattern Receiver. For generations, people said Leonardo was ahead of his time. But this notebook suggests something more disturbing. He writes about a strange sensitivity, a feeling that patterns weren't bound to his present, that his mind was tuned to something else.
I see bridges between things that have not yet existed and things that do, as if my thoughts were echoes arriving before the sound is ever made.
The future mind responds.
Your mind is not ahead of its time, Leonardo. It is slightly out of phase with it. Your thoughts resonate with events that, for you, are still impossible.
Then I'm just stealing from the future.
You don't steal, you receive. Every era produces one like you, a receiver. A human tuned to frequencies that belong to a world not yet built.
Leonardo wasn't inventing in a vacuum. He was taking notes from a broadcast no one else could hear. Chapter 4. Dangerous Knowledge. Then the notebook changes. The diagrams become denser, the handwriting tighter, almost frantic. This section was cited as the reason the notebook was locked away, not because it was fake, but because it was too accurate. Leonardo's caption to this chapter was,
Occhio che cattura l'immagine e la conserva. Translating. An eye that captures the image and keeps it.
a camera, and that was centuries before photography.
Voce portata non dall'aria, ma dall'onda invisibile. Translating. Voice carried not by air, but by an invisible wave.
Telecommunications. But how is it possible 500 years early? So, then the future mind speaks again.
These are not your time's machines. They are fragments of ours. Your hand is trying to draw what your language cannot yet describe.
If I reveal all of this, what happens to my world?
Your world will reject it. Call it heresy madness. Or even magic. Your society is not prepared for the undomable right now. They would even consider offense against God. The danger is not that you know too much, Leonardo. The danger is when you know it.
Leonardo writes down on his book,
Ciò che vedo non è per il mio secolo. Il mio errore è essere nato troppo presto. Transalting. What I see is not for my actual century. My mistake is to have been born too early.
So, Leonardo wasn't afraid of knowledge. He was afraid of what his time would do with that knowledge. Chapter 5. The human as bridge, not center. Near the end of the notebook, the dialogue turns inward, away from machines, away from inventions, towards something much more unsettling.
If I am a receiver, what is a human being truly?
In your age, men believe they are the center of creation. In ours, we know they are not the center, but the bridge.
The bridge? A bridge to what exactly?
Between what exists now and what does not exist yet. Between the world that is and the world that is trying to be born.
Leonardo, while writing and speaking.
So we are not rulers of the universe, only translators of what the universe is becoming.
Exactly. You do not command reality. You interpret it, and in interpreting it, you nudge it forward.
He came to a conclusion that shocked even him. The true function of human intelligence is not domination, but translation. Not power, not control, alignment. Chapter 6. The Censored Fragments. This is where the notebook breaks, whole lines scraped away, patches of ink dissolved with some early acid. A deliberate attempt to erase something. We see gouged out sections, knife marks, burn marks. But some fragments survived, just enough to disturb whoever dares to read them.
La mente umana non appartiene solo al corpo. Or we can say, the human mind does not belong only to the body. Un giorno molti saranno in risonanza con me. Or, one day, many will resonate as I do.
Block 1 of Leonardo's notes, the mind as an antenna.
If one mind can resonate with a distant century, then the mind is not a lamp, but an antenna.
In your age, the mind is trapped in the skull. In ours, we know it is not contained. It extends, it reaches, it participates in a field. You are accidentally tuned to a future broadcast. But one day, many will be tuned deliberately.
He describes, in hauntingly simple terms, what sounds like a global network of minds sharing patterns long before the word network existed. A network not of cables, but of consciousness. Block 2 of Leonardo's notes, the risk of seeing too far.
If humans become aware they are antennas of what is to come, won't they be tempted to abandon their present?
Yes, some will live only in projections. Others will refuse to see anything beyond their age. Both will suffer. A long, uncomfortable silence. The greatest danger is not ignorance, Leonardo. It is premature clarity.
To know too much, too soon. Just as an innocent child that wants to know the mysteries of the world.
Exactly. If they see the future too clearly, they may stop building it. If they do not see it at all, they will repeat the past forever.
Leonardo's handwriting tightens.
L'uomo deve vedere abbastanza per cambiare, ma non tanto da disperare. Translating, man must see enough to change, but not so much that he despairs.
Block 3 of Leonardo's notes. The future's dependence on us.
You speak as if the future needs us.
It does. We are not separate, you and I. My age stands on the fragile bridge built by minds like yours.
Then the future is not guaranteed.
No, the future is not a destination. It is a negotiation between what can be and what humans are willing to perceive and build.
Here, Da Vinci writes something that was later, literally, cut out of the page. We see a rough outline where text has been excised. Only a fragment remains at the edge.
Il futuro è vivo, ma incompleto. Translating, the future is alive, but incomplete.
Chapter 7. The Last Lines of Leonardo. In the last legible section, Leonardo doesn't ask for more inventions or more visions. He asks something else.
Will there be others? Just like me?
Yes. As time unfolds, more minds will feel misaligned with their age. They will sense patterns no one around them sees. They will be told they are too much, too intense, too strange. They will not know it, but they will be tuning to the same field you touched.
And what should they do when the world says they do not belong?
Do not try to belong. Try to translate. Your task is not to fit into your time, but to give your time a glimpse of what it could become.
Non sono nato nel tempo sbagliato. Sono nato per ascoltare ciò che gli altri non sentono ancora. This is my last translation. I was not born in the wrong time. I was born to hear what others cannot yet hear.
In the end, Leonardo da Vinci was not a man ahead of his time. He was a man slightly out of sync with it. He felt patterns that didn't belong to his century. He translated fragments of a future that was still negotiating its existence. Back to the final line of the notebook, now overlaid on stars.
Il futuro ascolta chi lo sa ascoltare. Or we can say in your language, the future listens to those who know how to listen to it.
Maybe the real mystery is not that Leonardo touched the future, but that the future somehow was already listening through him.
And now, I'm just sure someone else is listening.
The human mind has always searched for answers beyond time. Today, we bring together what was never meant to meet. The questions still echo, and the answers may lie in the next conversation. Subscribe and keep walking with us through the place where thought and imagination intertwine.